Dude, it's been a long time since I've done one of these videos, but I figured, you know what? About time we get back into it. I need some content, and what's better than a bit of Mirage Max Potential? A good way to return to the Max Potential series. I don't know how many I'll really be doing. I mean, I enjoyed doing this series. It was a fun little thing. I mean, it didn't do bad, like, by any means. Some of the videos, in fact, did exceedingly well. But yeah, Max Potential Mirage, 8 strength. I think this is just straight up the best stance, if I'm being honest. Maybe, you know, there's an argument to be said for base stance or even defense stance if you were to maybe play Mirage in 2s, but I honestly would say if you were to play Mirage in 2s, I think it would only be reinforced in my mind that why not just take the strength stance. But there's Sarah Enlight that you can get on Spear, and you know, Sarah Enlight, like, I hit it right there. It's one of those things where on 6 decks, that's when you get it true. But at the same time, like, I just feel like it might be overrated. I feel like the damage and killing power you get otherwise is just too good to ignore. Also, I'll say this right now. If it looks like some of my gameplay is like weird or I'm missing a lot of attacks, I swapped my controls yesterday. I moved my arrow keys to on my keyboard, basically. So now I can, like, basically, what's the word? I can actually change the actuation of my movement keys, because before, the arrow keys, I talked about it when I did my last video, the Brawlhalla control talk or whatever, and pretty much I now have like one actuation for my movement keys, which makes it very nice. It makes it all an even playing field with my like attack keys and the other keys I use for Brawlhalla, because for some reason Apex Pro, the keyboard I use for Brawlhalla, the type of switches they use, you can change the actuation 1 through 10, but not on like arrow keys, and I think there's maybe like other certain keys like numpad and stuff like that. All right, let's close it out. Let's hit this guy. I want to do a sidelight end sig on this dude. Come on, let me have it, bro. Spear's so good. That guy, I can't even believe he got that. Oh, dodge in. Didn't even dodge. I think I actually would have been able to hit it, but I felt like it. Felt like doing that. And I could rematch, but I'd honestly rather do a bit of a variety with this. What do you guys think of the new patch, by the way? I mean, personally, I'm all for it. Like I said, with the control changes I did, I can't necessarily tell, like, the performance type stuff. I mean, maybe a little bit. I knew for a while it was hitting a point where I literally would have to like restart my PC. That's what I was doing in Autumns. I'd have to restart my PC in order for my stuff to feel good to play on. Which, you know, of course, that isn't ideal. I mean, I know for some people like Java, what Java would do is simply he would just restart his game, and that would work fine. I know for like Luna, I think that was like a similar situation. So that was such a weird situation. I think it's something they did with their like netcode, but I mean, it's really all beyond me and hopefully beyond everyone else, because that was very obnoxious to have to deal with. Also, this does, speaking of obnoxious, literally perfect word to describe this character. All right, you gonna land on that platform? Ah, bro, Mirage is so cool. Mirage is so cool and also so good, dude. The only person playing like the crazy spear characters, I genuinely mean this, is Crocky. Oh, what are you doing? I mean, Luna did play Arcadia, and I think Arcadia is pretty crazy, but the Arcadia did not look that good from Luna. I would say, honestly, that that if he didn't play Arcadia, maybe he would have not had to do a bracket reset versus Pierre and Autumns, which, admittedly, honestly, Grands, at least the first set was extremely good. I really enjoyed watching that. Second set, not so much, and if you're wondering what happened to me, I ended up getting 9th. Trolled my placement. I could have gotten at least top 8. I went to a game 5 versus Impala, and I'm probably gonna leave it at that. Not too happy about it, but I'm not gonna dwell on it. BCX is up next though, and that's really where everything matters. You can have, there's a saying actually, you are only as good as your last performance. So if, you know, even though I feel like I've kind of had a middle of the year in a lot of ways, at least in 1v1 type stuff. I mean, in the 3v3 and, you know, 2v2s as well, like, it's been fine. But it is like still like, man, it's like annoying, you know what I mean? Now I have to show out at BCX or something. Like, gosh, I want to just do cruise control, honestly. Nah, never. BCX is like the one tournament where you can't be doing that. You got to go all in, and I'm excited for that. honestly. I think there's a lot of, I don't know, there's a lot of opportunity BCX. First place, if you were in both events, you can get 80 grand, which is just crazy, honestly. So that is going to be an interesting thing for sure. I don't know. Like, obviously, I'm not someone who's at the front running for 1v1. I don't even want to necessarily say, like, oh, yeah, I can win it. But I do think I can do very, very good. How good? You know, God only knows. But we are going to just try our best. In 2v2s, though, I definitely think the growth and the practice that me and Java are going to put in could result in a first place. I mean, only time will tell. But I am absolutely going to make sure that I go in there like my absolute best. No excuses, just playing the absolute best that I can absolutely play in BCX and actually show out compared to MSI, where I went 0-9 in pools and, you know, got 4th in 2s, which wasn't bad, but I do think me and Cody could have won that. Okay, next order of business. I want to talk about the Gauntlet Guide. Gauntlet Guide, I was looking at it again last night. I worked on it a decent amount. It's actually, I'll be honest, I did not work on it for a very long time. I was pretty busy. I mean, obviously there's been times I could have worked on it and I've just chosen to do other content that is simply not the Gauntlet Guide, but it has been worked on. It is super close to completion. Basically, I mean, I don't know. If I was like really to grind it, I would say I could have this thing like being edited and put together in the next 3 days. Will that actually happen? No. I think a more realistic time frame is like mid-October. I would say honestly mid-October at latest. Like, it really isn't gonna take me that much to like put all this stuff together. It's just I gotta figure out how do I kind of want to approach this beast of a guide that is happening, and is it really that much of a beast? I don't know, man. I don't want to hype it up too much. It's definitely going to be a step above the last one. The last one you guys really liked. Like, that guy did very, very good. But with that being said, it was very unorganized, and it is a couple years old at this point. And even if gauntlets haven't changed, like, at a base level, you know, with, like, the kit and stuff, I mean, hey, might as well bring you guys something fresh, something new. I think it's going to be the only guide I really do in the foreseeable future. I think I'm going to start doing the 3 tips for every weapon again. I already did Scythe. I mean, the Scythe one did amazing, but of course it is Scythe, so it's hard to say how other stuff would do. I think maybe next I could do like Axe or something. Like, basically, since I'm doing the Gauntlet guide, the last weapon I would probably do are gauntlets. Like, it would be very easy to do gauntlets because I could just pick out 3 things from the guide and kind of talk about it, but at the same time, that wouldn't necessarily make that much sense when there's so many other weapons, and it's like, okay, you know, big guide just dropped, all the knowledge just exists now, you know what I mean? Yeah, I think maybe I'll do, like, I don't even know, guns. Like, I couldn't tell you. Greatsword, definitely no. Greatsword's man, the only person to have a Greatsword guide out, I think, is Hardy. I wonder if, like, Pavelski ever made anything for Greatsword. You guys have to let me know in the comments. I'm not really a big Greatsword guy. Speaking of Greatsword, though, dude, that weapon has such high potential to do insane at BCX. That weapon's so cracked, dude. I think it's a weapon that people still don't know how to play against, and especially in other regions, and even now in NA, just because there really isn't anyone bringing it into tournaments. That's like psycho. You could literally show up with a Greatsword and be PR nothing and probably pop off. Now, with that being said, of course, like, you can't be just mid at the weapon. You got to be really, really good to still do something with it. But I mean, if you are someone who like has a Greatsword and you're just like a ranked grinder and you have Hyula and you're like, man, I wonder how, like, you know, I would do in a tournament or something. Dude, very well could do very well. That was very poor wording. But point is, there's like a lot of possibility just because it is such, I don't even want to say unexplored, really. It's just, the ceiling is so high with that weapon. And it's just so weird. Dude, the aerial buff is just, it's annoying. It is very, very, very annoying to deal with. I remember when they like first did it and I was like, what? Like, why does everything feel like halved on this, on the aerial kit? Like, Sair recovery, I mean, Nair and Dare were already pretty good. I don't even remember if they like buffed those actually. But yeah, moving on. Mirage. Okay, this is the final game of the video. So of course I gotta talk about Mirage at least somewhat. Otherwise, I don't think the video makes complete sense. I mean, yeah, I guess I am kind of playing the character the whole time. Dude, this character is one that I've personally thought about playing. It is up my alley just because I have played a good amount of Spear. You know, I play Shang a lot. I played Hattori a lot. Also, I play Mordex a lot. Literally in Autumns, that was the only thing I played was Mordex. So, you know, this character could be a very volatile pick. I'm not a huge fan of like the side sig on Scythe, but the other two sigs, dude, are actually insane, and the whole Spear kit is just out of this world. And 8 strength on both of these weapons, 8 strength on Spear, I think in particular, is disgusting to say the least. Like it already feels so bad getting caught by a sidelight double D-light. Well, now imagine getting hit by like, I don't even know, bro, like 8 strength. I can't even fathom that. It just feels terrible in my brain thinking about that. Also, this guy, it's hard for me to talk because this guy's literally just zooming around me, doing every little thing they could possibly do, and then they do that. Like, why do you opt for that? They make great plays on cannon, and then they proceed to go for, dare I say, absolute cheeks options on that. That was wild by them, really. All right, yeah, Ensig. I actually played an Isaiah in Autumn's Clem. And Clem actually did pretty well. It was weird. Clem's like mainly a Barraza player, but the Barraza was not really working, to be fair, for a long time. Not anymore, by the way, not anymore. My teammate is now Java, for those of you still who do not know. I teamed with Cody, though, and basically, like, I mean, we did a good amount of practice in ones and stuff, and I kind of know how the best Barraza slash gun player, question mark, in the world plays. So yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I wasn't super surprised by what he was doing, so it wasn't a super hard match until he played Isaiah, and it wasn't until he was on last stock Isaiah to where I was like, dude, this guy is going insane because he actually started using the signatures. And Isaiah, I know Eggsuit made a video on it a while back. Dude, the Ensig on Isaiah is crazy. And yeah, I'm going to end the video on that. Isaiah Ensig, absolutely bonkers. More people need to actually give that legend a chance. To be fair, cannon's like whatever weapon, you know, why not play like Cross or something, I guess. Thatch even, dude. Snake Eyes, bro, Snake Eyes is a beast. But I'm gonna quit going on tangents, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace out.